So I told myself I would film at least one video every day so that I have some footage to have, on the back burner to really work on my YouTube channel for 2023. So I'm just gonna film one on the fly real quick, and this is really pertains to what I have going on right now. Let's see if there's better lighting here. Give me a second. I don't know if that's better, but it is prettier. It's such a daisy here. Oh, anyways, for those who don't know me, my name is Becca, and I am a groomer in Niagara, Ontario, Canada. And I work with all sorts of pets. I groom a lot of bunnies and cats, but mostly dogs, of course. A lot of people do dogs. I do hoof trims for pigs, etc. Now, recently, I decided that I'm going to discontinue doing house call. I'm gonna make a whole video on like what people should know before they become a house call groomer, and like why it is awesome, because there is like benefits to it. But I've grown my business to the point where I don't need to do house call anymore. But there's so many other reasons. So I'm gonna run through like probably 5 reasons, because there's way more than five. But for the sake of keeping this relatively short, I'm gonna list 5 reasons why I chose not to be house call anymore. Probably the number one reason is that it is emotionally draining, because the majority of pets that need a house call service need it because they are disabled or aggressive, or there's behavior issues or health issues, and somebody like me who's very compassionate and empathetic, I really struggled with that. And I took things like very personal. And at the end of the day, like I am working with people's pets, and I want to be involved in helping them with their health care. But when you become emotionally involved in your work like that, it can really affect your personal life, which it started to, because there were certain dogs where they had health conditions that I knew were treatable, and I wanted to help treat them, but I had to work within the limitations of what I could do business wise and what the owners were willing to do in between grooms, which was tough. So, and aggressive dogs are such a huge liability, because I'm dealing with the fact that if I get bitten by that dog, it could end up ruining my income for the rest of the week. So there's that. Number two, wear and tear on my equipment. Oh my gosh. I feel like every time that I did a house call, something broke, something got messed up. Things being in bags and transport, especially when you have delicate objects like electronics and blades and shears, like that by far is what has required the most maintenance. And it's not worth it. I mean, even like damage to my truck, like things getting scratched, damage to the tables, taking things in and out, it just doesn't work for me. Number three would be that we are now down to a single vehicle household. When I started doing house call, we had a little sedan that was diesel, and it was pretty good on gas. But as a lot of people know, gas prices have raised up, and my vehicle now is a Sierra, a GMC Sierra pickup truck. So, which I need because I do a lot of agriculture calls, and like I need to haul stuff for my own personal animals. So it's really hard on gas. And when you have only one vehicle, you have to be very aware of if something happened to it, and then if I had an emergency with my own animals, or if I need to be available to pick up my partner, or my partner needs to go somewhere and working. That's just, it didn't work out. It's not working out for that. So the very few clients I am keeping for house call, they have to be on the route that I'm currently on to go to either a nail trim clinic, or if I have a regular appointment somewhere. I think we're on number four now, is that it wasn't making financial sense. And I know that I could have done a massive price increase, but still, it makes a lot more sense. The expenses were lower for me to work from home, and I was making a lot more profit that way. And I could have an assistant help me, so we could do 2 appointments at once, because I am one on one. Meanwhile, I can't scale a house call business because having to get somebody else to put mileage on their vehicle is not realistic. And a lot of the people who I was working with, I felt couldn't or wouldn't pay the price, because the last time I did a price increase, I got a lot of complaints. And so it was clear to me that I had to do a price increase if I wanted to continue. And that price increase was going to cause me to lose at least half of my clients, which would then like drastically shorten my route and make it just genuinely not profitable. Um, and number five is I didn't feel like I was doing a good job. I already have so many balls in the air that I'm juggling right now when it comes to like my personal animals and the animals that come to be groomed from home that it just like there were times when I was rushing out the door for somebody picking up their dog, just because there were a few minutes late because of traffic, not their fault at all. I didn't have the chance to chat with them. I had to just go, and then I would be late for a house call too. And when you're stressed out, it makes your job so much more difficult when you're with animals. So it, all right, Gigi, she's like, I hear stress, and I want to help you. So those are the top five reasons. There is more reasons, trust me, because this is not a decision I came to lightly. That's the gist of it. I'm going to make another video about how I got into house call and why I would do it and who it's good for. Because I think it could be really profitable and a great business for somebody who wants to be a solopreneur. But for me and where I'm growing, where my life is going, I want to be home. And it's the best option for me and the majority of my clients. So if you're interested in more information, have any questions, I can do a follow-up video. And I hope you guys are having an awesome start to your new year.